Terry Goddard, Mayor of the City of Phoenix. What do you expect from the national government to help Phoenix develop as a city?
Well, less and less as things have been working out.
Hello, I'm Terry Goddard, itinerant citizen. Well, I've been fortunate to have some really challenging and wonderful job experiences. I don't know what ties it together, except it seemed logical at the time. As I was going from sort of one step to another, it all made sense. And I think what makes that happen is not the jobs themselves, it's what I did outside the jobs. I've been involved in historic preservation and arts for most of my life, and so that also helped to transform some of the things that I was able to do as the mayor.
Terry showed up with a job application in his hand. And I think back, he wasn't then by any means the urbane, articulate, telegenic leader that he is now.
When I was first elected mayor, I sought the advice of Bruce Babbitt because I figured he'd done most of the things I was trying to do. And he said one thing that stuck with me, and that was, in all the hurry and the crises of public life, where you're trying to deal with one crisis after another, spend some time working on something that will only pay off in 25 or 30 years. And I tried to do that, and the Futures Forum is perhaps a prime example of trying to do something today that will have an impact tomorrow.
Terry has a deep sense of the importance of community and of the importance of new and old. He knows that we can thrive, sure, going forward. We are a dynamic city and in a dynamic state, but he also understands the importance of history and loves the history and the environment of Arizona.
I first met and heard about Terry when the city was represented by the city council from one area of around the Biltmore. And Terry was kind of the head of a campaign to create the district system that we have today. And he wanted and felt, and his group, that we needed representation from all over the city. And we needed women and minorities involved in that situation, which for me was the first time living in South Phoenix that we had representation directly on the city council.
I enjoy being around Terry because he never stops surprising me with his knowledge of Arizona and his knowledge of the people of Arizona. But one other thing he does is, whether he agrees or disagrees with the people that he's talking to or the group that he's talking to, he listens, and he listens intently, and he knows how to learn from others. He never stops learning.
He's a people person. You know, he's an attorney, but he doesn't talk like an attorney. You know, he's a believable, and his thoughts and his questions and his issues are real. Terry is what you see, that's what he is. He's a very honest, but even now, today, he's got the energy that you don't see in a lot of senior citizens. He's a senior citizen, I'm not. He's older than me.
Terry realizes the importance of the city's water supply and planning. So his leadership recognizes we are a city and a state that very much needs water resources, planned wisely.
Water is life. Water is the reason that Phoenix and most of Arizona exist today as viable economies. And I think we all have to pay attention to where our next drops of water are coming from. It's a time for saying, okay, where's our next supply coming from? And it probably won't be one source. Mo Udall once said, Arizona has enough water, it just comes at the wrong time and in the wrong places. So our challenge, I think, is to figure out how to move it from the wrong places to the right places, and how to hold on to it when it comes at the wrong time.
He's a man of tremendous integrity. He does what he believes is right, not only for the people of Arizona, but for the environment, for a thriving culture.
The principles are good. They're good, solid bedrock things that you need to consider to be a leader. I'd like to add a couple. It's sort of my nature. A good leader, at least from my experience, A, isn't a leader all the time. they need to be a follower occasionally, and they need to help to support other people who are carrying noble causes. So persistence is also something I think leaders need to pay attention to. Well, I'm really passionate, as you can tell from this building, about history and about the fact that Arizona has such a rich past. We're in formerly the First Baptist Church of Phoenix. It's on 3rd Avenue in Monroe. And the nonprofit that I started for housing ended up buying it in 1992, and then built the affordable housing that we intended to put here next door.
Well, I think the Abbey is a great example. I think that's emblematic of how Terry integrates the history of Phoenix with the dynamics of a very thriving city.
I'm really excited about the way people have embraced this building and have been using it for community activities.
I was surprised that he was getting this award for the first time, because he's been a leader every year, every time, every step of the way. And he's exactly the type of leader that Valley Leadership and other organizations exemplify.
I'm honored, I'm delighted. It is awfully nice to have this wonderful group recognize some of the things that I've been able to do. And I'm not done, so there's a lot that I still hope to get accomplished. I hope it's not a capstone, but maybe a progress marker. I appreciate it.
Terry, congratulations. It's a well-deserved honor. You've given and you've sacrificed, I would consider, your livelihood for the communities, for the state, for the city of Phoenix, and for people like myself. So congratulations, great honor, great job, and well-deserved.